We are back. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited to finally be able to say that we are back once again with part 16 of my Let's Play of Fate Stay Night, episode 14 of the Fate route. No idea how close we are to the end, but we did meet Gilgamesh, and that was a thing that happened last time. Also, Shiro is Saber's sheath. What in the fuck does that mean? And I left off at kind of an awkward spot because at the time I was just feeling like, okay, I need to stop. Like, I can't go any longer. I needed to stop there for both, there was a lot going on in the episode and all that. And I'll be the first to admit, I don't know what to expect out of this episode. I think I'm going to finish the night I was on and probably do one day, hopefully. I don't know if this is going to be a long video, and I apologize given the fact that it's been a while and we're finally back on Fate. I've been kind of rebooting into my channel, kind of getting back to posting, and it's funny because when I posted the last couple episodes of Fate, at the time, I was kind of getting very little recording done, and Fate, I was kind of getting a lot more Fate in than other stuff. Now, Fate's kind of been the last thing to kind of phase itself back in now that I've been consistent again lately with all my, reaction content. But we are back in Fate. We're doing this. We got everything going. The channel is popping again, and I'm really excited to finish the Fate route. I don't know how many more episodes we have left. I don't know how many more hours of this route we have left, but I am excited to reach a conclusion and finish the first third of this game. But, yeah, like I said, I'm curious to learn more about Gilgamesh potentially in this episode, and I'm curious to just kind of see more of how Saber and Shiro's relationship goes, given the fact that we had a very interesting turn of events last episode that, we had all the date stuff, the sad times, and then like I said, everything, all the Gilgamesh stuff was just fucking crazy. And now we are kind of at the end of the day, and we had woke up, and yeah, we're talking to our girl over here. So let's get to it. What about Saber? If my wound is healed, I'm fine. But Saber's different. Even though she can heal her wounds, her magical energy isn't infinite. I have to stick my penis inside her to recharge her powers. I mean, what? Oh, sorry. No. In the other verse, that's not what happens. It wouldn't be a problem if she had just fought, but she used Excalibur.
Saber, ずっと俺の手当てを。
手当てと言っても汗を拭く程度です。私はリンのように人の傷を見ることはできませんから。
I just want to check my, everything. Yeah, everything is the same as last time. I just wanted to check to make sure everything. It's been a little while since I've played the game. I was reviewing the previous part and what's everything that was going on just to make sure that I, wasn't forgetting anything. But as far as actually controlling it, even though I know it's just a mouse, but still.
バカ、そんなことしなくていいんだ。今は俺よりセイバーの方が辛いだろう。
そのようなことはありません。シロに比べれば私は軽傷です。
Yeah, it seemed like you're the one that almost died, Shiro. I know you're used to almost dying, but I mean, I guess both of them are kind of used to it, but still.
しかし今のは聞き捨てなりませんね。いくら傷が塞がったと言ってもシロは死んでもおかしくない傷だったのです。
Yeah, we've talked about
今は自分の体を案じてください。
Yeah, we've talked about this concept at length before, so, just make sure you're okay, Shiro. Saying so, Saber reaches for the wash bowl beside her. There's a cold towel in there. After squeezing the water out of it, she wipes my sweating body. I'm really embarrassed. Oh my god. How could you be embarrassed at this point? I know you're gonna say because, I should be taking care of her, not the other way around, yada yada yada, but bro. We're not leaving anything to the imagination at this point. We've seen, we've been through everything together at this point. Come on.
シロ、傷が痛むのですか？ また熱が出てきたようですが。
No, it's a different type of heat in his forehead.
熱なんか出てない。いや、そうじゃなくて。いいからセイバーも休んでくれ。今は元気かもしれないけど、エクスカリバーを使ったんだ。セイバーの方こそ休んでなくちゃダメじゃないか。そんなんじゃまた倒れちまうだろ
う。まあ、それはそうなのですが。
She's worried about you and she wants to take care of you, especially given all the weird stuff that happened last time. I mean, even before all the Gilgamesh stuff. She hesitates, squeezing the towel.
今は私の方が元気ですから、マスターの傷が癒えるまで私が守るのは当然でしょう。
And she's right. What's with that? I can't object if she says so with that kind of an expression. No voice line. Then you'll rest once I recover, Saber.
もちろん。私とて睡眠を取らねばならぬ身ですから。
That was strange. That was just a missing voice line. For half a second, I was concerned we were about to get a sex scene or something because of that, but I'm assuming there's only one per arc. One per route. I shouldn't say arc. It was route, because, again, I'm assuming this is going to lead to a finality of some kind, this route. And all three, but who knows at this point. But they have to, just based on, again, like, once, what's his name? Oh my god. Archer died. Like, there's no way, right? That feels like the guarantee that this will be just like a regular visual novel where the routes are just different. 3 different takes on the same story, if that makes sense. So I let Saber take care of me and suppress my embarrassment. Time passes slowly, and this badass song starts playing. One of my favorite songs in the game. Have I ever looked so closely at Saber without doing anything? Yes, actually, you have done that. There's literally been a few moments where you've done, like, exactly what you're doing right now. Saber is the same as always, and moonlight is shining on her. Looking at her now, she really is feminine. White fingers and slender arms. She looks so lovely that it doesn't seem like she would be capable of fighting. That's why I can't stay calm. Yeah, that was sick. Berserker versus Saber was pretty wild. Feet Rin and Shiro. She's been fighting all this time with that slim body of hers. Oh, here we go again with that. You're judging her... There's another non-voiced line. What the fuck? Are we seriously about to, like, bang? Like, I'm scared now. It's interesting because... And I get why, especially... Honestly, if anything, it almost makes more sense now that they've done it, right? But... It's interesting because with Saber, no matter how much he looks at her, all he can see is a woman. Like, he just can't see the warrior, right? The king. And it's interesting. It's just interesting because I see her as a woman and a warrior, and I imagine that's how most of you see her. So it's really interesting that despite all the experiences he's had, he just can't help but look at her and see her in that one specific light. Shiro, why are you staring at my arm? I do not want to suspect this, but are you comparing my arms to those of Rin? Is she angry or sulking? She has such slender arms, but she thinks her arms aren't cute at all. Probably because there's some muscle on them, but they're rather cute to me. No, the wound doesn't hurt, so I was just spacing out. It's not like I have anything to say about your arms.
そうですか。それは良かった。
It's interesting that there's a few lines here that aren't voiced. Saber seems relieved. Then... Saber notices something as she closes her eyes and nods. So your wound is fine now. I was seriously angry before, but I will forget about it if you are alright.
言いそびれましたが、礼を言いますシロ。
You're welcome.
あなたが助かって 本当によかった。
Trust me, we know. We can see exactly how genuine your feelings are, Saber. She says happily. Then she smiles faintly. She's smiling about such a thing. I recall her memories in my dream. Yeah, that was crazy too. I mean, we had, we kind of already know, but we got a little more details about the whole situation with her and Mordred and that whole situation. She didn't know happiness or entertainment. She's gonna smile about something like this? No. She can only smile at somebody else's safety and not at her own happiness. Like I said, it's so much like you, though. You really are two peas in a pod. Potentially in a more literal sense than even I imagined, if there's any validity to the idea that he's literally her sheath. Those words from before, that she was happier seeing me smile. She said that with a satisfied expression. I'm going mad. I really feel like I'm crazy, and
シロ、
I hug Saber with all my strength.
何をするのです、シロ。
This is a brand new OST? She wriggles to try to free herself. I ignore that and embrace her tighter.
シロ、突然に何を。これは一体どういうことですか。こんなことをされても私は。
I'm almost positive this is a new song. I mean, it's like a remix, but regardless. Her arms resist me, but I don't listen.
シロ、お願いです。
I would love a CG of this. Saber raises her arm to hit me. Wow. To that.
もういい。いいから。お前は自分のために笑わないと。
It's a lesson that both of you have to learn. I say so from the bottom of my heart.
シロ。
Oh, blurry. I don't know why she hesitated. I just spat out what was inside me.
どうして。
I can understand her being focused on the Holy Grail, but I can never approve of that. I want her to know normal happiness, and I think it'll all be a lie if she doesn't. Because all this time, she's fought for others. So she should be as happy as the people she's made happy. Are you crying? When she asked that, I realized my eyes are watery. Oh, that's supposed to symbolize the effect of his eyes being watery. Okay. Not because I'm sad. It's just too vexing. I'm annoyed that Saber can only smile for others. It's just that my head went crazy because it pissed me off so much.
セイバー、もう十分なんじゃないのか。お前は頑張ったんだろう。一人で戦い抜いたんだろう。
Sure.
なら、セイバーが幸せにならないなんて嘘だ。
Fair enough.
お前は立派に誓いを果たした。なら、このままアルトリアに戻ってもいいはずだ。
何を言うかと思えば、まだそんなことを言うのですか、あなたは。
He's not gonna let it go either.
ああ、ずっと言い続ける。そんなの惚れちまったんだから仕方ないだろう。だからセイバーは、いや、お前はアルトリアに。
Aww. I won't give up until you change your mind. Because I've fallen in love with you. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. It's like I can't let this go because of my feelings. Because you aren't just some girl, you're Arturia, the woman I fell in love with. Like it's adorable. I yell and embrace Saber as if to stop her from struggling. She's weak. She curls up in my arms and looks away.
シロ、私を困らせないでほしい。
This is unpleasant, even if you are my master, Shiro. I'll move away if you don't want this. I said I love you, so I'll let you go if you don't love me. Saber doesn't answer. She just hangs her head to escape my stare.
シロは私の過去を知って、私の中に何度も入ってきた。私の答えなどあなたは知っているはずなのに、どうしてそこまで私に構うのです。
You say all that and yet you are not giving a straight answer, Saber.
私がどれほどの罪を重ねてきたのか、あなたは見てきたはずなのに。
And you're saying those sins don't allow me to love you? Yeah, I did. She sacrificed many people in the name of the king and killed many enemies. I don't intend to ignore that or pretend it didn't happen. But still, even knowing that, I want the girl named Arturia to become happy.
それがどうした？この感情が何かは知らない。俺はただセイバーをこのままにしておけないだけだ。セイバーは笑ってくれ。俺はもっとずっとセイバーと一緒にいたい。
What I love about this is what Shiro is basically saying is, so? Problem? In the end, love is power. It's an emotion that defies human understanding. It's something that is what it is, and for better or worse, Saber, Arturia, Shiro's in love with you. And this is not something you can run away. You can't talk him out of this. You can tell him that you do not reciprocate those feelings, but that doesn't change the fact that he has those feelings. And I think we both know that as much as you want to say it, I don't think you could bring yourself to say it, Saber. A childlike unilateral confession. That's what you needed to do this whole time, though. Don't sugarcoat it, just say it. I could imagine, oh my god, I feel so bad for you guys now knowing that this was literally like, I was literally on this exact scene when I cut, and I haven't continued for a while. That must have been killer. I do apologize for that, but I don't know if I could have handled this at that point. Like, I was not in the mood. Like, it was just too much. I was tired as fuck. I was like, okay, I've played enough of this game. I'm ready to stop. And so I'm actually glad that I held off because I'm like fresh. I'm excited. I'm so ready for Fate, and I get to see this amazing scene in my return to this wonderful game.
私の答えは変わりません。
Yep. But you still haven't said it to us. Say it to us. Whatever your answer is, you have to say it.
王の誓いは破れない。ふさわしくなかったとはいえ、私は王として国を任せられた。
That's not what we asked you. Do you love me? Do you love Shiro? Yes or no?
その責務を果たせなかったというのに、そんな自由は許されない。
That's not what he asked you, Saber. She looks at me straight on like she's about to cry. Whoa. We got a CG. I was asking for it. We got it. Our eyes meet. Rejecting words and responding body. When I notice, I am kissing Saber while embracing her body. Wait a minute! Wait a minute, are they... Not this... Oh no! Wait, actually though? I can feel Saber's breath through my mouth. Hesitation at first. Saber places her hands on my chest as if to push me away. Are they really about to have an actual, like, legitimate one-on-one sex scene now? She does not push me away, but tenses her body. Saber. Our lips are only slightly touching. I am not tasting Saber's soft lips, nor am I pressing hard against them. A clumsy kiss only to feel her lips with mine. It is a beautiful kiss that does not arouse excitement nor desire. Her small body. I just find the shaking girl so dear. Okay. Yeah, we're not about to... Okay, it's the music that scared me, but I'm like, yeah, we're not about to have sex. I mean, like, honestly, given the mood, I could see it. But I don't know how long we've been like this. It's not just her lips that I'm feeling. I'm feeling her whole body in our embrace. Or are we? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God we're done. And the dream is over. Saber is lying there, and I also cannot get up from exhaustion. We are collapsed together in the darkness. Our body temperature hits our tired minds.
Saber.
I call out to the girl laying beside me. The question I asked her before I had sex with her. To find out the reply for me wanting her. Magical energy replenishment has been completed. I can fight as your servant starting tomorrow.
Saber.
Wow. That's...
今はそれだけです。シロ。私の役割はあなたの身を守りきり、聖杯を手にすることだけです。戦いを終わらせるまで、それ以外のことなど考えられない。
Shut the fuck up. She's stood steadfast about this. And it's really weird to see how fast she had her pleasure in the experience, and then right away she was like, I'm back to being your servant.
それは。
そうでしょう、シロ。この戦いを終わらせるために戦うと決めたのだから。
You can't run away from what you've chosen as well. I can't argue against her. If I want to do something about us, I have to end this war beforehand. First of all, we have to defeat that man who's after Saber, or I can't protect Saber. Yeah, Gilgamesh. But do we have a way to defeat that king of heroes? We grow quiet and stare at the darkness. How long were we like that? Right when my body wants to take a rest and my eyes start to close. Huh? Feel something on my hand.
Saber.
はい。考えるのは明日にしましょう。シロ。明日になれば良い案が浮かぶかもしれませんし。
I would like to sleep like this for now. She says so while holding my hand.
そうだな。俺もそうしたかった。
ええ。おやすみなさい、シロ。目を覚ましたら、またいつもの私たちに戻りましょう。
I will say that is kind of romantic in a sense. Don't worry, I'm not tired. Even though it is 8:30 in the morning and I haven't slept, I'm actually not tired at all. It's just yawning. I closed my eyes with her close to me. I know I was so not, My last vision of Saber sees her smiling warmly. I think it's more just the fact that I had to skip through all that shit. I don't care if that was just for this night. Right now, her hand is warm. That is more than enough for me right now as I fall into a comfortable sleep. Oh? I fall asleep, without knowing if we will be able to keep our hands connected even after everything is over. Okay. So we make it to February 15th, Utopia. Interesting title. So I'll save here. And now we're gonna load up here. Right?
そうか。
And
それはいいけど。
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go config. Yeah, we'll do this too, even though it doesn't really matter right here. Oh, we're already fucking, okay, so we're already considered on the, okay, we're already considered on the fucking H scene at this point. Damn. So where I had stopped was already considered the fucking H scene. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Shit, now I have to remember what I picked here. Fucking hell. That's actually so annoying. Because I don't have a save point here. So I'm assuming I said stand up. I don't remember. And now if I go config, And I have H scenes off. Boom. No, it's considered an H scene right there. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to load, and then I have to config right here. And I have to go H scene off. Boom. Stand up. Skip. And it won't let me skip the next scene because it's the non-sexual version. At the end, I see that... Okay. This is all going to be the same. We have seen all this from last time. From episode... the previous episode. I believe it was episode 15. Yep. Yep. We've seen all this. Honestly, after that one, like the Rin one was great, but I don't know if I could do any more of these sex scenes. I might just have to stick with the Rialta Nua version from now on. I don't even know if I want to keep that in the video. There was like nothing of interest out of that sex scene. It was so shit.
ああ、気が
セイバ
あれから今まで眠っていたのです。
ー。そうか。
Yep. Yep. Uh-huh.
セイバー。
Yep. We saw
手
this.
当てと言っても汗を拭く程度です。
バカ。
Yeah.
今は俺より。
そのようなことはありません。しかし、今のは聞き捨て。
Yeah. We've seen all this.
シロ、
熱なんか今は元気かもしれないけど、エクスカリバーを使ったんだ。
まあ、
Yeah, we've seen
今は
this.
私の方が元気ですから。
それ。分かったよ。俺もしっかりと休むから、セイバーもちゃんと休んでくれ。セイバーが休んでくれないと、俺も落ち着いて眠れない。
Okay. This is where
そ
we
れ
were.
はそうですね。私とて睡眠を取らねばならぬ身ですから。
Fair enough. So I let Saber take care of me and suppress the embarrassment.
それでは、私も先に休ませていただきます。御身、くれぐれもお大事に。
Oops.
ああ。
おやすみなさい。
I got so used to just clicking real
言い
fast.
そびれましたが、礼を言いますシロ。あなたが助かって本当によかった。
Nice. Man, imagine. Holy shit, in the Rialta Nua version, it's that fucking short. Jesus Christ. Instead of them having sex for like a fucking half an hour. And that was me skipping through it. Did it look ephemeral because of the weak moonlight when she was smiling in the moonlight? The sliding door is shut before I can find out. Now I gotta get back in the rhythm of doing the game. I don't know if I'm happy or lonely now that Saber's gone. I did want her to stay by my side, but that'll be a burden on Saber. And if we stay like that, it'll be just like that. It'll just be like that night. I shake off the image in my head. Too many things happened today. It was only a day, but it felt like a week. The date with Saber was more troublesome than fun. We ended up having an argument, and I left Saber alone. And... yeah, that was wild. No, I have to rest for now. I can think later. There's not only Gilgamesh, but Lancer as well, and his unknown master. It's crazy that we still don't know who his master is, but we might not even learn in this... who knows if we even learn in this route. We can't win unless we start over in our best conditions. It happened a few hours ago. She said something about me being her sheath. I was badly injured and about to fall asleep, so I couldn't ask her why. I can't fall asleep. Saber's dream, her resolute face in front of death, and her face when she nursed me overlapped each other. Good night. The frailness of her smile won't get out of my head. The smile that never showed up on the girl in my dream. She says that it makes her happier when I smile. It's vexing. Why is it vexing instead of saddening? I don't know why I'm annoyed to the point of anger. I smack the futon. I'm about to rage around because of this unknown irritation.
Shiro, 体の具合が悪いのですか?
Oh, it looks like the scene isn't over after all. I hear her worried voice from the other side of the sliding screen. I was out of breath, so it must have sounded like I tossed around because of pain.
いや、大丈夫。それよりも、まだセイバーは起きてるのか？
はい。ですが、本当にシロの方はよろしいのですか？まだ苦しいのでしたら、そちらに行きますが。
No, it's better if I go over there. No, that's bad. Something I've kept in myself would overflow if I see Saber right now.
セイバー、少しだけ話いいか？
はい。このままでよろしければ。
We start talking through the sliding screen. Maybe it's because I can't see her, but I recall the smile I last saw on her. Saber was smiling happily. My frustration increases instead of calming down. I don't know why my body is heating up, but I need to talk to Saber. I have to say that it's wrong. I don't know what's really right, but I have to tell her that I'm not wrong about this. My tongue and throat tremble. I can't turn back once I say this. I fully acknowledge it and...
もういい。いいから。お前は自分のために笑わないと。
And now we're gonna get the cool version that doesn't involve a half hour. That was probably really like an hour long, at least hour long sex scene. I'm pushed by an unknown impulse and say this.
シロ、そんな。
She doesn't even need to ask. I'll keep repeating myself until you realize it.
セイバー、もう十分なんじゃないのか。お前は頑張ったんだろう。一人で戦い抜いたんだろう。なら、セイバーが幸せにならないなんて嘘だ。お前は立派に誓いを果たした。なら、このままアルトリアに戻ってもいいはずだ。
何を言うかと思えば、まだそんなことを言うのですか、あなたは。
ああ、ずっと言い続ける。そんなの惚れちまったんだから仕方ないだろう。だからセイバーは、いや、お前はアルトリアに。
I suppress my sudden fury. It's about to burst out. Saber only needs to say one thing before that.
シロ、私を困らせないでほしい。そのようなことを言われても、私は。
Watashi wa. Her answer doesn't change. My heart aches at her determination.
シロは私の過去を知って、私の中に何度も入ってきた。私の答えなどあなたは知っているはずなのに、どうしてそこまで私に構うのです。
I know I'm in the Rialto Nua version now, but you continued to invade me, and I know what she means by that, but it's still just all I can think about is.
私がどれほどの罪を重ねてきたか。
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, even if it's slightly different. Yeah, I did. She Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
それがどうした？この感情が何かは知らない。
Yep.
セイバーは笑ってく。
Yep. What is Saber doing on the other side of the sliding screen? Are my words reaching her?
私の答えは変わりません。
There's something I actually do like the idea of them being on opposite sides of the sliding screen, having this conversation from the two sides of the wall. The two sides of the screen. I actually really like that. Like, I could imagine the visual that you could do in, like, the anime with this scene. Who knows if it's even in the anime, but I just imagine you could do, like, a really cool visual for it.
王の誓いは破れない。ふさわしくなかったとはいえ、私は王として国を守る。
Yeah, we've already seen this. I can't hold myself back any longer because her voice sounds so sad. I don't want to hear the lonely oath to be the king instead of her words as Arturia. I already know that. I didn't become this vexed to hear those screams. I kick my futon. In front of me is the sliding screen separating our rooms.
シロ、
The sound of the sliding screen feels distant. Is he gonna kiss her anyways? My mind blanks out. Why was I so angry? Why was I so sad? Her eyes shake as if about to cry. Her gorgeous neck and slender shoulders, yeah, they're totally about to kiss. Her golden hair reflects the moonlight just like when we first met. I'm embracing her when I notice. I embrace her so hard that I could break her, but she doesn't resist. It's different from that night. I didn't feel like this back then. What a ridiculous story. I wanted to become a superhero, an ally of justice. But I never fell in love with anyone, nor was I ever unwilling to let go of anyone.
Saber.
Feels like she'd disappear if I don't keep holding her. I like that. I like what they're doing visually here. I don't know how long I've held her, but I finally figured out that she won't disappear and loosen up.
シロ、突然に何を。これは一体どういうことですか。こんなことをされても、私は。
She moves slightly in my arms. Her lips tremble and try to say something, but I close them with a soft touch. Oh my god, and the visual was great there. Oh my god, why is this so much better? Holy shit. I don't even think I'm gonna post like off YouTube. I don't even think I'm gonna post that. It just annoyed me to pieces. And there was like a couple moments that were kind of funny and a couple moments that creeped me out, but in general I was mostly just annoyed. Oh my god. And the worst part is I'm probably going to end up recording for like 3 hours and have like a 2.5 hour video or instead or whatever. Her body is slightly trembling. I'm staring at Saber, but I'm not seeing anything. In its place, my lips feel Saber's kindness. Like, this is romantic. Our lips part. Saber's hand on my chest pushes us apart a bit.
シロ、今の口づけは。
Does she want to say it's a mistake? She looks up at me with a face about to cry.
間違いなんかじゃない。何度だって言うぞ。セイバーが好きで、このまま話すことなんてできない。
You tell her, Shiro.
それが嫌なら言ってくれ。
Yep.
俺とはマスターとサーバントの関係に過ぎないと断言して否定してくれていい。
And there's that line again.
卑怯な。そのようなことを口にしろというのですか。あなたは。
ああ、セイバーがはっきり言わない限りもう我慢しないからな。セイバーが拒まないんなら俺はやりたいようにやるだけだ。
Even if it would make her temporarily forget her determination to be the king. A long silence. I keep holding her and feel her softness. And we know what her answer is going to be. It's not going to be any different than what we saw in the other version of this scene. The much weaker version of this scene. She's still tense, not wanting to be embraced. All we hear are our breaths and the beatings of our hearts. How many times did our hearts beat? Saber slightly puts more power into the hand on my chest.
あなたの気持ちには応えられない。あなたがその正しさを変えられないように、私にも変えられないものがある。
I love the little visual things they're doing too.
せめて許されるとしたら。
Her pause aches my heart. She bites her lip, trembles, and says this as if to make a confession that this night is unforgivable. But still, her unresisting body and her wavering eyes tell me that only this one night. She wants to stay like this until the night ends.
セイバー、俺は。
I raise my hand to embrace her again, but
宝具を使いましたから。シロから力をもらわないと私は戦えません。
Her quiet voice stops me. I can't say anything. That reason is her best absolution and her biggest modest wish.
ああ、そうだったな。けど、ちゃんと動いてるのか。
Of course it is, because otherwise the plot would be fucked.
はい。今でもシロからの供給は続いています。ですから、回復するためには
Be close to each other like this. That's the limit. This is the distance between us. A girl bound by her oath and myself who cannot destroy her oath. It's really interesting. I have to say, it's been a slow process, but as I kind of assumed it would, I am starting to fucking love Saber. It has been a process, but she is really... It's been a very slow grind, but she has grown on me so much, and I fucking love her. It's weird with Archer, because I need to see more of him, and Rin is definitely still my favorite character, but Saber is right up there. Saber moves within my arms. At the same time, the feverish heat in my body returned. My arms panic at her warmth. I'm painfully aware of her softness and slenderness. I'm ashamed for panicking. Saber's cheeks are red as well, and she looks embarrassed.
ですのでシロ。今晩は共にあなたと眠らせてください。ケンとサヤは共にあれば、その力を取り戻しやすい。それに、あの儀式と同じように、より心身を近づければ。
If you say so, girl. I nod back. Happiness overwhelms my embarrassment. I'm going to be with Saber until morning. We can't touch each other anymore, but we can still be close using our hearts.
よかった。では、シロ、今夜は私が支度をしますので、先に部屋に戻っていただけませんか?
Saber stands. I'm reluctant to let her go, but I can't be like this forever. I head to the sliding screen. I turn back to look at Saber as I close the screen. With her hands at her collar, Saber shyly returns my gaze. Feels like I'm doing something impure, so I quickly close it. Oh, trust me, you and doing things impure, For some reason, I sit Japanese style on the futon as I wait. I'm going to be sleeping together with Saber. Just the thought of it causes me to dance inside my head. This is to help Saber and also to grant her small wish. Saber may be able to smile someday if we pile up such small wishes. The battle is nearing its end. Will we have enough time?
失礼します。シロ。
The screen opens. I shake the depressing thought from my mind and welcome Saber. I turn around and see... That's classy. And the hair's down too, so that's like a cool like play on what we saw in the other version. I quietly swallow my breath. I might still post it, I don't know. But I just think that I'm never gonna... I don't think I could bring myself to do another sex scene at this point, honestly. Like, it's just... They're just killing me. Her white figure shows up in the darkness. With that, my agitation disappears. It's probably because she's too beautiful. My agitated mind comes to its senses and clears up.
おかしいでしょうか、この格好は。
いや、そんなことない。ただ眩しくて困ったんだ、きっと。
She is very pretty, no doubt. I remember strange things such as how troubling it is for a girl to be this beautiful, to be too beautiful. Saber wouldn't understand what I mean, but my mind won't move unless I say this.
そちらに行ってもよろしいですか、シロ。
ああ。
I noticed for the first time how her... Bro, are we sure we're in the fucking Rialta Nua version? Because bro's talking about how delicious her toes are. What the fuck? As Saber makes her way over, I draw back and spread the futon. I realize that I need another pillow, but it's too late now. Saber and I are sitting by the futon, side by side. There's only one room and one futon, but Saber's with me. I have no dirty thoughts, but my face is burning and I can't even sneak a glance at Saber.
お先にどうぞ、シロ。
いや、セイバーこそ先に。
No, we'll make no progress like this. I slip under the futon, then make a space for Saber. I try to give the pillow to her, but she quietly pushes it back towards me.
これはシロに。私はその腕を枕にさせてください。
Aw, that's adorable. She murmurs such a thing. Saber is in my arms and is surprisingly calm. I'm not hugging her, but rather she is settled in there. Oh, I want to see a CG of that! Sword and sheath. Oh! It even makes thematic sense. I hate how much better this is. Like, at least with the first sex scene, the sex scene was funny. Like, what they did instead of the sex scene was badass as fuck and better. But the sex scene was funny as shit because Rin was fucking funny as shit. I recall Saber's words. Saber's about to fall asleep using my arm as her pillow, and she looks like a beautiful sword in its sheath. Her warmth and her faint smell calms me down instead of exciting me. Seemed unthinkable that I was ever worried about falling asleep with Saber. Saber holds out her hand. I take her hand under the futon and clasp it. We quietly fall asleep, but before that,
セイバ
I call out to the girl laying beside me. I want to ask her in the end, to hear her reply to my question.
感じますか、シロ。これなら朝までには魔力の補充ができる。これで明日からあなたのサーバントとして戦えます。
Sounds like a plan.
ー。セイバ
今はそれだけです、シ
She
ロ。
doesn't want to talk about anything else, of course.
私の役割はあなたの身を守りきり、聖杯を手にすることだけです。戦い。
ー。それは
God damn it, Saber, I keep interrupting you. I gotta get back in the rhythm of doing a Fate Let's Play.
そうでしょう、シロ。この戦いを終わらせるために戦うと決めたのだから。
Yep, going to this part again. Oh, I like the fade to white there. That was cool. It really added emphasis to the line. That's something I cannot argue against. If I want to do something about our problem, I have to end this war beforehand. First of all, I can't protect Saber unless we defeat that man who's after Saber. But do we have a way to defeat that king of heroes? We grow quiet and stare at the darkness. How long were we like that? My tired body wants to take a rest and my eyes start to close. But our clasped hands are warm.
セイバ
はい。考えるのは明日にしましょう、シロ。明日になれば良い案が浮かぶかもしれませんし。それに。
I would like to sleep like this for now. She says so while gently clasping my hand.
ー。そうだな。俺もそうしたかった。
ええ。おやすみなさい、シロ。目を覚ましたらまたいつもの私たちに戻りましょう。
Yep. I close my eyes with her close to me. My last vision of Saber sees her smiling warmly. I don't care if that was just for this night. Right now, her hand is warm. That is more than enough for me right now as I fall into a comfortable sleep. I can't even stress, like, that scene, it's amazing to think that the sex scene was the original. Like, I can't, like, it's amazing how much that felt like the real version and the sex scene feels like fan fiction. It's unreal. Like, I don't think I could do those anymore. I think I just have to tap out. I'm sorry. You know, maybe down the line if we ever get like a Rin one, which we probably will, I don't know. Maybe. I don't even... But, like, as much as I love Rin, if it's funny, maybe. But even then, I don't even know if I even care at this point. I think I just want to not do this. Like, I died on the inside so hard. And I probably will post it off-site, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's not even entertaining. Most of it's me just being quiet and reading it as fast as I can to get through it. Christ. We approached the end of this battle without knowing if we would be able to keep our hands connected even after everything is over. And thankfully, we are at February 15th, Utopia again. And let me save. Yeah, cannot load. I don't want to load. Save right over that. Boom. Kill that shit. Yep. Yeah, we don't care. There's probably another one we can't load. Oh, no, I guess not. Whatever. No, I don't want to load it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Okay, so we're an hour and a half in. And we've done one fucking scene. That's lovely. I have no idea where we're gonna stop. Like I said, I don't want to go super long today, but I'll try to find a good spot to stop. We're not stopping here. That would be way too much of a cuck for you guys, obviously. Let's see what Utopia is about, February 15th. When I wake up, the sun is already way up. The sunlight coming in from outside is faint, and the room is dim. Interesting that he had no dreams or anything about, like, Arturia or anything. I mean, I guess he kind of had that at the beginning, but I feel like it's still last night and shake my head violently. Is Saber with you still, or? It seems my sleep-deprived body caught up on sleep, taking advantage of the darkness of the room. It seems it's already past 1 o'clock. Damn. Oversleeping this much can't just be called sleeping in.
Saber, 起きてるか?
There's no answer. Saber is sleeping next to me, slightly curled. I wake up when I'm not sleepy anymore, but Saber has to recover her magical energy. Considering how long she slept before, she probably won't wake up until dinner. Maybe we'll have a chill day, and the rest of this episode will be chill. I leave the room, trying not to wake Saber up. There's no need to wake her up right now. The contest begins at night. I don't think Lancer or Gilgamesh will appear during the day. So I have to come up with a plan. Putting Lancer aside, Gilgamesh will certainly come again tonight. I don't even need to think about it, considering his personality and the murderous intent he showed last night. But what should I do? He has an infinite supply of noble phantasms, and one of them even exceeds Saber's Excalibur. Berserker was a difficult enemy to defeat, but we could still fight him even though we were inferior. We could look for a chance for a comeback even when he was pushing us, but he's different. It won't even be a fight right now. If he uses that noble phantasm called Ea, we will all die. EA Sports. It's in the game. There's no solution if I think on my own. If Saber, Tosaka, and I can't think of a plan, then... Okay. He might know a way to overcome this situation. King of Heroes, Gilgamesh. Kotomine Kirei said that he would find some measure against that survivor of the last Holy Grail War. Yep. We can't find a countermeasure, but that priest might have already come up with a plan. Alright, we're heading straight to the church. Fair enough. I go up the hill. The sky is filled with gray clouds. Yeah, it's like the sky knows what's up. How fucked up and ominous things are right now. The church is the only thing at the top of the hill. There's no one in sight, not even the sound of birds. Is it because of the dark sky? It looks more ominous than holy. Metaphorically, it feels like a gallows. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I would be feeling if I was in your situation right now, Shiro. Going up the long hill through the large courtyard, prosecuted before God and falling to hell. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's kind of actually just what it is. From the beginning, a church is a place where people die. A hospital is a place where they try to prolong life, but at the same time, it is also a place where people face death. A church is the same. In those terms, no place has more deaths than here. The wind is cold. Fastening my collar, I go up the stairs to the church.
Kotomine, 話があってきた。
Yep. I enter the chapel. There is no one in here either.
Kotomine?
No Kotomine? Is he in the back again? Walking between the chairs, I walk to the altar. Very loudly. A dry sound echoes through the chapel. It must be designed for echoes as one person's footsteps fill the room.
Kotomine, いないのか?
I call out in a soft voice. It's certainly strange. I should be calling out in a loud voice if I'm calling for someone. I know he's somewhere in the back, so I should be calling out in a loud voice. Okay, then why aren't you? But I advance, keeping my voice quiet, my footsteps quiet, and suppressing my presence. Oh, you're worried something's going on. Is it because the chapel is so magnificent? I feel like as soon as I reveal my presence, something will surround me and cut my head off for disgracing God or something. Oh, it's just like an instinctual reaction. Interesting. I pass through the chapel and get out into the courtyard.
確かKotomineの部屋は。
I advance with quiet footsteps. The church is complicated and I don't know where Kotomine's room is. My memory is vague, so I know I won't be able to get there. Oh. A reaction, your something, yeah, it's like your command spell's reacting or something. I control my breathing. My throat is dry and it's hard to breathe. Why? Even though the hallway is cool, sweat forms on my brow. I stop calling out and examine the surroundings with all my senses. Do I have such... I don't know why I'm walking silently, why my heart's beating so fast, why... An ominous feeling in this place. The same words repeat in my head. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Kotomine isn't here, so you don't have anything to do here. Go home since you're by yourself. Your decision is a mistake. Your actions are a mistake. Your chill is a mistake. Go back, go back. Go back. This isn't bad. There's nothing bad here. There's nothing here, so go home. Yeah? I feel sick. I feel nauseous. At times like this, my chill is correct. My sense for danger is good enough for an amateur magus. That's why I can't stop. Suppressing my pounding heart, I look for Kotomine's room. And in that way, I run into the darkness.
地下
Underground. Oh god, what is gonna be under the church? Oh lord. This is so cliche, I'm terrified. I see stairs in the darkness. In a small indent between the walls one would normally miss because of the shadows is a narrow staircase. Is Kotomine pulling out some fucking next level fucking forbidden fucking magus bullshit? Because we know he is a former Holy Grail War participant. I shouldn't go down there. I bet money on it. Kotomine won't be down there. No one will be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be corpses down there? Yeah, there can't be corpses down there. I shouldn't go in there. My neck stiffens. Holy shit. I mean, the instinct says not to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna do it. I enter the darkness. It's a room made of stone. The lights aren't on, but the room itself is glowing blue as if it's a living thing.
地下の聖堂
This is not terrifying at all. It might be used quite often as the temple isn't dirty with dust or mold. How deep is this? I look up at the stairs I've descended. The staircase is built along the wall in an arc. Of course it is! It must trace out a perfect half moon as I can see the start of the stairs about 10 meters directly above me. Is it because there's no light? The arcing staircase that connects this underground and the outside world remind me of a centipede crawling through this temple. And I noticed the door. Under the stairs. The symbol in front of me. Beyond it, an entrance to darkness is open. I approach the darkness as if drawn to it. I go through what appears to be an entrance into the place. Is it damp? The floor feels slimy and it's hard to walk on. Imagine it's just a pool of blood. It's like the time I cleaned the swimming pool at school. The feeling that bog moss covers the floor, and the feeling that my leg would rot every time I step in it. Okay, I stop. It's because I'm scared by the nasty feeling of the floor, but more than that, because I smell an awful stench. Oh no, it really is gonna be blood, isn't it? I plug my nose in reflex. The smell isn't momentary, but ongoing. It's not the smell of meat, but it's not gunpowder either. Is this formalin? Excuse me? What the fuck is formalin? Well, when I search up formalin, formaldehyde comes up. Okay, so I assume it's formaldehyde or something very similar to formaldehyde. The smell of medicine fills this room. My senses were numbed as soon as I came underground. I don't feel any chills or pressures anymore. But still, my heart beats like it's expanding to twice its size. Okay, Grinch. And my hands are vermiculating like they're going to crumble into pieces. And the worst thing is... What the fuck am I looking at? My eyes have gotten used to the darkness. The darkness fades. A drop falls somewhere. Was that a signal? The things I couldn't see before are engraved into my eyes instantly. It's like a crypt, right? It looks like a crypt. Like, these are like... It is a living hell that's somehow familiar. There are corpses. There are corpses. Yep, this goes back to what he was thinking. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses all around me. And this is reminding you of the fire. The smell of medicine covers the smell of death. That's the cause of the dripping sound. The water is dripping into the corpses' mouths. The slightly open mouths take in the water, and it must have been like that for many years as the lips are swollen and rotting and the jaws are decomposing on some. The fuck was that? I tell myself that this isn't happening. I don't want to think that such a thing can happen, but I can't deceive myself. I can tell in a second. Even though there are this many corpses, no one is dead in here. What the fuck? What? They're alive. These things that can only be perceived as corpses, these things that used to have human shape, are still quite alive. What the fuck? I remember a news story I heard somewhere. It was a story about a whale. About a guy who survived for a month after being swallowed by a whale. That huge creature has a huge digestive system to maintain its huge body. The great thing is, the creature has two of them. The first stomach is where it keeps all the fish it swallows. The next one is the one that digests all the creatures it stores. So the man who was swallowed lived for a month being slowly melted in the lightless, warm, stinking meat lacking in oxygen. In the stomach full of dead fish, he lived for a month as his clothes and hair melted. A month, not knowing when he would be sent to the stomach. And then, some fishermen killed the whale, and when they were cutting it apart, a smooth and slimy human came out of the stomach like an alien. Yeah, it's a tragic story, but this is just as bad. Why are they alive? Every corpse is deformed, and they lack too many of the human characteristics. No limbs. Those that had them have had them cut off. Those that have had the ends decomposed, leaving only the bone. Those who are ground down in the cracks in the floor. Those who have become homes to bugs splattered on the walls. No matter how they came to be that way, they have no limbs remaining, and all of them are worn out like rotten trees. I don't even need to know why. The corpses are being eaten by the coffin. I don't know how it works. It's just that the corpses are stuck to the coffin, and the coffin is sucking nutrition out of the corpses. The flow of life. The coffin is sucking up magical energy. No, something close to the soul. I wonder if these are like the people who lose the Holy Grail War. But then, I mean, they'd be dead. Like, if it's something... You'd think it's something like that, though. And, like, this... who knows? Maybe this even has to do with what powers the Holy Grail War and why it appears in this town. Slowly. So not to kill the ones it leeches off, so as not to allow them to live. The sound of the wind that sounds like sobbing. It seems like screams coming out of the corpses' mouths. Their throats have already decayed and they cannot let out voices. It has already become just an organ to keep them alive. But still, the corpses are crying out. In an almost inaudible voice, they scream with all their might. It must be the pain and the fear. They continue screaming, unable to stand, losing their form and being eaten alive. Yikes! I hear a sound. The coffin in front of me gasps, drooling. An eye drops off as it turns its neck towards me, but still, it stares directly at me. The swollen lips move a little. It speaks in a voice that's not even a voice. It sounds like a woman's voice, too. What the fuck? Where am I? And asks me that question. I'm right on the verge of screaming. No, I can't even scream now. Where am I? It doesn't say it hurts, nor does it ask for help, but it just says it doesn't understand why it's here. Is that the reason? He was like that before he realized it? He lived normally, went to sleep naturally, and was gasping here when he woke up? His limbs are already gone, sucked by that coffin, rotting away from the ends, unable to move, and he can only believe this is just a bad dream? I might go insane. My heart might break from this scene and from this terrible spectacle. But why? Why do I recognize them? Is it people from the fire? I have never seen them, but I recognize every one of the corpses. This is the first time I've seen them. They are people I shouldn't know. They are people unrelated to me, but why are they staring at me as if knowing you? Yeah. And you keep going back to that shot of when you woke up in the hospital. And I have another question. Is it some coincidences? Or do the sacrifices have to meet this condition? Why are all the corpses here children of the same age? Is it like a resurrection spell? And then...
Yeah. よく来てくれた、エミヤシロ。
Holy shit. Suddenly, I'm tapped on the shoulder from behind as if being greeted by a friend. It's nice to see you, man. My body freezes at this sudden event and I can't even turn around. But I don't even need to turn around to tell who the person behind me is. Yeah, we would recognize that voice anywhere. Kotomine Kire, the priest of this church, the man who made this hell, and a devil I must not meet more than anything else in this place.
全く間が悪い。そろそろお前が来る頃だと思ってな。食事の準備をしに行ったのがまずかった。そら、前回はろくなもてなしができなかっただろう。私なりに気を使ったのだが、入れ違いになってしまったか。
Apparently so. I can't talk. The priest's hands are heavy on my shoulders.
だが不法侵入は感心しないな。そのようなことをすると見なければいいものを見てしまう羽目になる。
Clearly so.
例えばそうお互いの関係を白紙に戻さざるを得ない真実を知ってしまうとか。
Interesting. The priest's voice is more cheerful than I've ever heard it. Kotomine Kirei, standing behind me with his hands on my shoulders, is definitely smiling. That's why I'm frightened.
どうしたエミヤシロ。話をしに来たのだろう。黙っていては意味がないぞ。拍子抜けだな。それほどこの光景は機械かね。
I mean, it's pretty wild. We've seen some crazy stuff so far in this universe, but honestly, this might be the wildest thing. The priest says inhuman things in a cheerful voice. Does this man not feel anything when faced with this? I don't even need to tell him this scene is outrageous.
なんだ、それは冷たいな。お前にとっては不快でも、そんなことはないと言ってやるのが情けだろう。
Yeah, you could say that all you want, but that's not how I'd frame it at all, Kirei.
そもそも彼らとお前は兄弟のようなものだ。お前がそのような態度では彼らも救われないと思うのだが。
Brothers and sisters, huh? Just now. What did this man say?
お前今なんて。
この死体たちとお前は仲間だったと言ったのだ。
Yeah?
形はどうあれ、
Yep.
お前たちはあの地獄から生還した者たちだ。血肉のつながりはなくとも、その絆は兄弟のそれに近いと思うのだが。
Interesting. So it is the survivors of the fire. Yep. I see. That's why I thought I recognized them. This is the continuation of 10 years ago. That's why they're showing the hospital unfamiliar ceiling. And this place is the continuation of that hospital room. My head spins. Children who lost their homes and parents. They were supposed to be sent to an orphanage and stay there until they found someone who would adopt them. But I was adopted by Emiya Kiritsugu before that, and I did not know what happened to them afterward. Yeah, this would have been your fate otherwise. I avoided thinking about it. The orphanage was the church on top of the hill, and I could have gone there any time I wanted to. But still, I hesitated. I felt it wasn't fair for me to get adopted and then go see children who didn't get adopted. So if I was to meet them, it would be in town. We would meet accidentally, be able to talk normally, and we would be over the fire incident. I was looking forward to such a meeting, thinking that we surely would meet as it's such a small town. So why have I not met even one of them?
こと見ね
そうだ、エミヤシロ。エミヤキリツグに引き取られていなければ、お前も彼らの一員となっていた。
That's insane.
わかるか？お前はまたも一人だけで助かったのだ。
Jesus Christ, Kotomine, what the fuck? To put that line on him on top of all the other trauma he's experiencing, just seeing that?
周りの誰もが平等に死んでいくというのに、お前だけが輪を乱して生き延びた。どうかね。自分自身大した不平等だとは思わないか。
Jesus Christ. My pulse returns. My frozen body defrosts in an instant.
いや、私は責めているわけではないぞ。むしろお前のそれは喜ばしい。エミやシローの生き延びる才能は大したものだ。実際、私もお前が最後まで残るとは思ってもいなかった。
Yeah, I would agree that they are pretty impressive.
だからこそ、最後はこうして兄弟たちに再会させてやったのだ。
So you are gonna kill him, okay. I honestly wasn't sure at this point.
お前は本当に運がいい。ここは今日限りで閉める予定だったのだが、
Jesus Christ.
ギリギリで間に合ったな。今まで10年間、サーバントの餌にするために彼らを生かし続けたが、それも終わりだ。 やり始めた時ほどの濃い魂の摘出は望めぬし、もはや餌の必要もない。
Was he your...
あとはお前とお前のサーバントを仕留めるだけになったのだからな。
Does that mean that Gilgamesh was your servant, Kotomine? I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but that... It makes sense. That's wild, though.
てめえ
With that word, I break all restraints. I move my body, which had been bound. I fling the hands up my shoulders, throw myself forward, and turn to face the priest.
琴峰お前が
Hi! Nice to see you, man. I face him, placing enough distance between us. In that moment, I feel a powerful shock from behind me. That's weird. I can't breathe. A sharp horn is growing out of my chest. The horn looks like the head of a spear. Gilgamesh? That's strange. How can a spear be growing out of my chest?
ああ、そういえば言っていなかったな。改めて紹介しよう。彼が私のサーバントだ。
Gilgamesh? I turn to look back. There. What?! What?! What the fuck?! I didn't even like spear. I spear, and I didn't even Lancer, of course, but I didn't even, you know, because Gilgamesh has like every fucking weapon in the universe, so. Bro. What the fuck? That is fucking wild. That's crazy that that thought never even crossed my fucking mind. I turned to look back. There, a blue spearman is standing, piercing my chest. The lance is pulled out of my chest. At the same time, a sharp pain runs through my head, as if to burn my brain. The floor is painted red. I'm lying on the slimy floor. I push on my arms to get up, but my body is too heavy. I can't move. Not because I'm bound, but because I lack the things people need to move. The pain in my chest exceeds the blood loss's power to drive me unconscious. I can't pass out. I've taken fatal wounds several times before. They were all so bad that they even numbed my senses. But this is different. It's a fatal wound, but the pain is too real. Oh, that's so creepy. My vision spins. As soon as I black out from the pain, I'm awoken by the next pain. I can't feel my limbs. I can't even tell where I am. All I feel are pain, nausea, and the temptation that it would feel so good to just disappear.
殺してはいないだろうな、ランサー。それでは今まで残していた甲斐がない。
I can only hear voices. I have my eyes open, but I can't see anything.
命令は守るさ。たとえそれがいけすかねえものでもな。
At least you acknowledge that much. Lancer's voice shows no emotion, but I can barely hear it now.
よろしい。では支度をするぞ、ランサー。マスターの窮地はサーバントに伝わる。セーバーが到着するまで
Jesus.
およそ半時というところか。
琴峰、このガキそこまでは持たねえよ。 死なせたくねえんなら血止めぐらいはしとけ。
不要だ。死ぬのならそれで構わん。
Yikes. My mind starts to pass out. Pain finally overcomes my brain and allows me to faint. I stopped that by digging into my wound. Holy shit, Shiro. The pain starts again. My fainting mind returns to the burning world again. I want to die. I want to die right now if this pain's going to continue. I know that. I know that, but if I faint here, I also know that I'll die. This is so interesting because I've been holding out for a while that I don't know. I still think I might have chose the right option. Despite how dire this looks, I don't know. Like, I feel like we might actually survive this. I'm probably wrong, but I can't even remember what I'm doing now. I feel like I'm floating in this white, burning pain. But I grip my teeth and hold on to my disappearing consciousness. I can't let it end here. I can't retire so easily. I still have a promise I haven't kept. If I believe she is more important than anyone, I can't just disappear here. Is that a death? That's an interlude. Oh my god, I picked the right option. I actually made the right choice. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, that's canon? I can't believe I actually got that right. Like, I even though I had a gut feeling that I'm like, yeah, it was just a gut feeling, like something bad's gonna happen. I feel like this is the route. Bro, what the fuck? When she wakes up, Shiro cannot be found. She thought he might be preparing a late lunch, so she makes her way to the living room, but she can find neither Shiro nor any lunch.
また一人で出歩いて。出かけるのなら声をかけてと言ったのに、どうしてシロは人の話を聞かないのか。
Because he's a little bit of a dumbass. She complains to herself and sits by the porch.
まったく。一人で出歩くのが好きなのはわかりますが、これでは協力している意味がないではありませんか。
It really does. She swings her legs, not knowing what to do. She soon loses interest in that and looks up as if pondering. The whole sky is shaded in gray. The canopy of clouds is drifting slowly, and an opening can be seen in the distant sky. It should be a clear sky tonight. Once the stars can be seen, tomorrow can be predicted. She still remembers how to read the stars, something she learned from her magus. Merlin, right? She only used it to ask if her way was right, but she thinks about predicting a certain person's future, just for tonight. And if possible, a bright future. She wants to predict the dangers ahead and guide him in the proper direction. The one she worries about is so reckless that she cannot sleep unless she does so.
さて、問題はこの町から観測できる星の位置ですが。
Come to think of it, she has never looked up at the sky until this day. All she cared about was winning the Holy Grail War and not reading stars for someone else. She knows it's not like her, but she still tries to read the stars and she waits for nightfall to come. Honestly, this is a big change in her thinking. She continues to stare at the sky, thinking it's just like the young girls in love she has read about in stories.
Oh, Saber. Shiro がどこに行ったか知らない？
It's nice to see you, Rin. It's been way too long.
リン、
She gets up like a robot. Yeah, just trying not to expose herself for being, like, madly in love with this idiot.
なんでしょう。私はシロの軍門に下ったわけではありません。
Oh my god, girl! What the fuck is that line? She says so with a red face.
あれ？もしかしてお邪魔だった？
What the fuck? Rin smiles in an evil manner, rightfully so. Oh god, I've missed you so much, Rin. She's living under the same roof, but even without that, Emiya's, Shiro, and Saber's reactions are easy to understand. Yeah, seriously. She's sharp when it comes to others, so she already knows about them. So of course she's aware of what happened last night.
まあからかうのは後にしておいて、冗談抜きでシロを知らない？イリアの熱が上がってるみたいだからちょっと手伝ってもらおうと思ったんだけど。
Fair enough.
イリアスフィールが彼女の容体は落ち着いたのではないのですか？
それがどうにもね。シロには黙ってたけど、あの子そろそろ限界よ。聖杯戦争っていう儀式が終わらない限り元には戻らない。
Interesting.
あの子のキャパは破格だけど、それでももういっぱいなの。
Interesting.
今はまだかろうじて容量が空いているから余分な機能が働いている。けど満ちてしまえば一番不要な人間としての機能を捨てるしかない。イリアスフィールはね、聖杯戦争が進めば進むほど壊れていくように作られているのよ。
Sure. Because that's part of pulling the Berserker card, right? Rin speaks annoyingly, but Saber does not understand what she is trying to say. I assume that's related to the fact that she pulled Berserker in the Holy Grail War. So until the Holy Grail War is over, yeah, it's not, yeah. Because we know about the Berserker class from the beginning of the game and how they described it.
あ、いいのよ。今のはわからないように言ったんだから。イリアのことは置いておきましょう。それよりランサーのことだけどね。あいつのマスター誰だか分かったんだけど。
And how did you manage that, Rin?
ランサーのマスターが判明したのですか？
うん、まあ分かったっていうか、前から分かってたっていうか。実はね、ランサーのマスターは魔術協会から派遣された外来のマスターなのよ。それ自体はとっくに分かってて、ついさっきそいつのねぐらを見つけてきたんだけど。
A foreigner dispatched by the Magic Association. I already knew that, and I finally found her secret base earlier, but she's already dead.
リン、そのような危険なことは避けるべきです。敵の陣地が分かったのなら、私に言ってくれればいい。
Okay, so it seems like what I'm getting at here is she's dead, maybe, and I'm assuming that in the previous Holy Grail War, fucking bro fucking pulled fucking Cooch Chihulin, whatever the fuck, however the fuck you pronounce his name, and it's like, I don't fucking know, either that or God only knows. Let's see what she
私だって
says.
そのつもりだったわよ。けどさ、外から様子を探ってたらどうもおかしいのよ。で、留守っぽいなって中に入ってみたら、あったのは血の跡とレイジュが亡くなった左腕だった。
Yikes.
それ以外は何もなかった。体ごとレイジュを奪われ、しかもあの出血量じゃ生存は絶望的でしょうね。
Sure.
ランサーのマスターはとっくにやられてたのよ。
And I assume that was Kotomine's doing.
では、ランサーはすでにいないのですか？10日前シロを襲った後に他のサーバントに倒されたと。
だったらいいんだけどね。結婚はもっと前のものだった。これどういうことかわかる？
Since the beginning, basically, he's been working for someone else.
サーバントを倒さず先にマスターを倒した。そうしてマスターからレイジュを奪い、ランサーと契約したマスターがいる
And that,
ということですか？
and that was Kirei.
ですが、
残っているマスターは私とシローだけでしょ。けどランサーはまだ残っている。ってことはマスターじゃない魔術師がレイジを奪ってマスターになってるってことだけど、セイバー、そういうのってできるものなの？
It might be possible if they're a former participant. So the way it might work is even if a Holy Grail War is over and there's a new one, if as long as you were once a Holy Grail War participant, that's probably how it works and why Kirei was able to do that.
いいえ、レイジュの移植はマスターかサーバント、そのどちらかによるものだけです。いかに優れた魔術師といえど、レイジュを奪ったところでマスターにはなれません。
But maybe that does not exclude masters from previous Holy Grail Wars.
そう。じゃあもう一つ。 マスターっていうのはさ、聖杯が消えてなくなっても霊樹が残っていて、かつサーバントさえ残っていればいつまでもマスターなの？
そうですね。リンの言う通りです。霊樹とサーバントさえ残っていれば、聖杯戦争が終わったとしても、その魔術師はマスターとしての権利を。
Saber realizes the meaning of Rin's question and swallows her words.
では、リンはランサーのマスターを殺し、ランサーと再契約したのはその。
And of course, that's very personal to Rin.
ええ、それ以外ないと思う。そう思うとランサーの行動にも納得がいくのよ。あいつさ、他のサーバントの様子を探るのが役割みたいだったじゃない。戦えば自分の正体を明かしてしまうっていうのに、あいつは自分の正体を隠すでもなく他のサーバントにちょっかい出してた。
Sure.
それってつまりあいつは諜報専門だったってことでしょ？
同感です。私と戦った時も彼は最後まで戦わなかった。宝具を使った以上、見せた相手は倒すのが私たちの定石だというの。
That is generally how they've every other servant and master combo has approached combat in this route, with the exception of Lancer. Yes.
そうだからランサーのマスターにはもう一人サーバントがいたのよ。ランサーに敵の正体を探らせておいて、その後に正体不明の戦闘性用のサーバントをぶつける。これって必勝法でしょ？
Insane.
まあランサーにしてみればいい迷惑だったろうけど、6人のサーバント全員と戦ってその手口を調べ上げた上で主の元に帰るんだもの。
Kirei is fucking wild. That's a lot to fucking
6人
take
全て
in.
と引き分けなんてある意味とんでもないやつよね、あいつ。
Well, did he do that with Berserker? No. Rin grows quiet and ponders. I don't think he did. Did she follow suit? Saber feels a chill for no reason. Lancer's master has already been killed. An unknown master who uses a heroic spirit of that degree just to collect information. And as the master planned, the only servants remaining are Lancer and Saber. If the enemy is such a person, is it not dangerous to leave Shiro by himself even during daytime? There were several enemies before, but there are no other enemies now. They only have to defeat Shiro. The enemy might not follow their previous plan.
リン、シロはどこに行ったのか知りませんか？
Once she starts thinking like that, it will not stop. She cannot leave Shiro alone. Even now, Shiro might be in a danger.
どうだろう。知らないから聞いたんだけど、もしかしたら綺麗のとこかな。あいつこの間も綺麗なんかに相談しに行ったんだし。
Rin? Have you thought about the possibility that your boy Kotomine, is the person you're trying to think of?
あの教会に。
何をセイバー、怖い顔して。琴峰教会に含むところでもあるの？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが。
But that church is not a holy place. It is stagnated with death to the same level as the Ryodo temple. The instant she regrets that Shiro might be there by himself, a vision of some other place pops into her head. She glares into the distance. She looks in one direction towards Kotomine Church on top of the hill. There is no time. Saber leaps out to the yard and jumps onto the wall.
ちょっとセイバー、いきなり何よ。
教会に向かいます。後のことは任せました、リン。
Without even turning to Rin, she jumps off. She runs like a bullet. Ah, she's off. And she's gonna be here in a lot quicker than 30 minutes like you were expecting. She reaches the place without stopping or slowing down. If anybody saw her, it would have just looked like a sudden gust of wind. The wind is clad in silver and blue armor. Saber is armed as soon as she sees the enemy's territory. She did not intend to arm herself. She had decided to arm herself once she entered the church, but she could not help it. As soon as she saw the church, her mind burned up and made her arm herself. Her chest is burning. The nausea that has been assaulting her is not hers. It is the chill coming from her master, a hopeless scent of death. She does not know what is going on. The only sure thing is that Emiya Shiro is on the verge of death, and there is no time. His wound could cause him to die at any second. That pain and the chill going around her body causes sickening nausea. It is less than 1,000th of the pain Emiya Shiro is feeling, but she still cannot stop her nausea. Her master is wounded that badly. He will not live. She will not make it even if she rushes with God's speed. He is dying right now, and she might lose her master in front of her eyes. The instant she imagines that, her rationality vanishes. She just has to rush to her master as fast as possible. If God's speed is not fast enough, she just has to break through the reason of God. That's awesome. And fortunately, this is God's house, and her enemy is God's messenger. Based. Her angry glare stares down at the church. She crashes through the door and enters the chapel. She does not see the chairs. She ignores the path, goes through the chapel, through the courtyard, and down the stairs leading underground. All that's left are the demolished walls and floor of the church. Incidentally, she is not that violent. She tried to open the door softly, and did not put that much magical energy into her legs when she kicked off the ground. She merely could not control them. She goes down the stairs and reaches the underground temple. The sense of death is near. Actually seeing it, her anger goes over the limit. Anger toward herself, and anger toward the enemy who did such a thing.
Saber.
She cannot even hear the voice of Lancer blocking her way. She is straining at her limits, and it seems that she cannot loosen up no matter what happens. Her master is down in the darkness, in the back room. In the middle of the room full of live corpses, he is on his stomach. Blood is pouring out of him, and his gasping can be heard even in this temple. He is alive. All the while she is relieved, she shakes from having left him for so long in that state.
Shiro.
Saber heads to the back room, but there's a guard in front of it. Holding his lance behind him, the blue spearman looks at Saber with fearless eyes.
Yo, 悪いがそこまでだ, Saber.
That's the second time he said that. She does not hear his voice, so she does not stop.
てめえ、いきなり見境なしか.
It is as one would expect for him to block it while he was talking. Lancer blocks Saber's surprise attack, but could not defeat its power as he retreats to the wall. That makes the hindrance go away. There is no time to fight Lancer now. She has to save her master, who is on the verge of death.
そんなに坊主が大事か?
Yes.
そりゃ構わねえが、ならなおのこと、俺を放っておくわけにはいかないぜ、Saber.
Saber stops at the entrance.
それはどういう意味ですか、ランサー。
いや、何な。そいつの胸を串刺しにしたのは俺なんだが、実はこれは2度目でね。以前は確かに殺したってのに、生きてやがったもんだからな。
Gotta pierce him.
今回は念を入れて刺してやったわけだ。
With your spear of certain death.
貴様、シローにゲイボルクを使ったのか。
Yep.
安心しろ。心臓は外してやった。だが呪いはそのままだぞ。セイバー、貴様とてこの槍の呪いは知っていよう。
Yep.
因果を逆転させる原因の槍。こいつの呪いを受けた者は、よっぽどの幸運がない限り、運命を変えられない。
Yep.
まあ、単純に言ってしまえば、ゲイボルクによってつけられた傷は癒されることはない。
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe Shiro has a luck stat as good as our girl here, Saber. You know, that's a pretty good luck stat. This guy's got a really good luck stat, though. So it does seem like he is just acting without a master, then. But then that would imply that our boy has another fucking servant outside of Gilgamesh and Lancer. There's still someone else that we just haven't even met yet, which is insane.
呪いを受けた者は決して回復できず、死に至るまで傷を背負うことになる。 この世にこの槍がある限りな。
That changes the air. Saber's eyes finally regain intelligence.
ようやく理解できたか。そこの坊主を助けたいんだろう。ならまず俺との決着をつけなくちゃな。
Oh shit. Lancer's beast-like killing intent comes at Saber. It's true that Lancer is serious, but...
正気ですか、ランサー。この狭い室内で僧兵であるあなたが剣士である私と戦うと。
Damn.
そのような愚行、あなたの考えとは思えない。
Saber out here just roasting the man.
今ならば見逃します。その槍を置いて去りなさい。このような不本意な戦いであなたの首を取る気はない。
Jesus Christ, Saber.
それこそ愚行じゃねえのか。一体どこの英霊が自分の相棒を置いてくってんだよ。俺は何も取引をするためにそいつを刺したわけじゃない。
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the type, regardless of the way his master wants to do
俺はな、
business.
お前と殺し合いをするためにここにいる。
Alright. There is no dishonesty in his words. Lancer does not intend to let either of them leave here alive. For him, this is the first and last battle where he can go full strength. Lancer's wish is not for the Holy Grail. He wishes only for battles appropriate to heroic spirits. Such a simple wish that should have been easily granted to a normal servant was never granted him until now. Therefore, he has no intention of losing out on what might be his last chance, even if it happens to be an unfavorable situation for him.
いいでしょう。ならばその槍を見事叩き切って捨てるだけだ。
Damn. Saber readies her invisible sword and faces the Blue Knight.
よく言った。白状するとな。貴様が最後に残ってくれて嬉しいぜ、セイバー!
Yeah, he's been wanting this fight. Lancer's lance runs like a flash of light. Saber confronts it straight on. It does give me nostalgia, though. I mean, just Lancer in general, but I more think of Lancer versus Archer, if anything, but... Yeah, the rematch begins with both of them delivering powerful blows, and the interlude ends right there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I think... Yeah, we gotta keep going at this point. Oh, I feel like... God, it's so weird because I want to keep going, but at the same... I feel like I have to. This video is gonna be way too short otherwise because of that stupid sex scene. God, I wish I just didn't do that now. All I can hear is my own breathing now. I might have a fever that could burn someone to ashes, as it feels like my brain is already melting and pouring out of my ears. And yet, despite all of that, you're still alive. Something's wrong. It feels like I don't have a brain anymore, but my body still keeps telling me about the pain and my head accepts it. My head isn't the only thing that's empty. I don't know where my heart or stomach are either. The nausea is unbearable. There's nothing left to throw up, but the nausea increases without limit. I endure the infinite repetition with gritted teeth. I could stay conscious. It's my pain, so only I have to endure it. There's no problem there. Give it back. Man, they really do a good job of portraying just how fucked up he is. Like, it really does give off the vibes. The problem is the voices. My head is empty and I can only hear my breathing, but these voices still echo in my head. I don't even need to think whose voices they are. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that given where you are and what you're experiencing, they just want the sweet release of death at this point. I'm going mad. Every time I hear their voices, I'm stabbed in the chest. It It's not scary. I just don't have any way to atone to them. No matter how much they beg for help, and no matter how much I want to help them, I can't help them. I won't ask them to stop calling to me. It's just that no matter how much they call, I can't help them. That's why I think I'll go crazy if this continues. Yikes. No matter how much they ask, I cannot assent. All I can do is to end it for them. I can only fix the contradiction of the living dead. I can only make the creator of this hell atone for his sins. I can't take back any sad events or miserable deaths. That's my limit. A superhero, an ally of justice, only exists to straighten out what has already happened. Who was it that said that? Since I denied those words, I am being cornered right now. Yeah. It's a very, like I said, it's something that you have to deal with, right? Are you truly can you really save everyone, even those who have already been hurt? Or can you do nothing more than just administer justice to what's already happened? To be honest, I want to run away. I have no way to save them. I can only listen to them. I have no miracle to grant them. I don't have enough power to deny his claim that a superhero is only so strong. Yeah, he was the one saying that type of shit. Then if I had a miracle that could save them, would I use it?
Kitaka. Sora. 目を覚ませエミヤシロ。お前のサーバントがやってきたぞ。
I hear a voice. It's coming from right behind me, but I can't hear what it's saying. My vision is blurry. There's nothing in front of me. All I sense are the voices asking for help and the figures that are already dead.
よくやっているが、やはりセーバーにはかなわぬか。どちらにせよ、あと一人分のサーバントは必要なのだ。それがセーバーであろうとランサーであろうと構わないのだが、その前に選定をしなくてはなるまい。
Interesting. I can't hear anything, but this man's voice echoes in my head, so he needs one more servant for what?
さて、出番だ。もう少し前に行こうか、エミヤシロ。
What the fuck does that mean, Kirei? My head is lifted. The man grabs my head and pulls me forward. What the fuck? That lets me feel the man behind me. The man has swallowed black corruption. His heart is black and it seems like he's surrounded by an unknown darkness. The black corruption reaches in from the outside world and it's like a chain binding the man. I don't know what it means. Only one thing is clear. This man, Kotomine Kirei, was just like me. His body had some kind of fatal wound, and he is compensating for it with that unknown something. As I heal using Saber's powers, Kotomine Kirei is maintaining his corpse-like body with this black corruption. Interesting.
そこまでだ、セイバー。斧が主を救いたいのならば、その剣を収めるがいい。
What is going on? My vision is still blurry and I cannot even raise my head.
ランサーも引け。もともと私たちは聖杯を求める同士ではないか。そうむやみに殺し合いなどするものではないぞ。
Damn. A gloomy laugh, and I cut him off, unfortunately.
それを信じろというのですか。ランサーのマスターを殺し、今また私のマスターを手にかけようとする。貴様の言葉を信じろと。
That's a very fair response, Saber. Who is he talking to? I can't hear the voice, but the sound rings through my fainting mind like a bell.
信じたまえ。私はお前たちと争う気はない。季節してこのような形になってしまったが、お前たちが聖杯を取ろうというのなら邪魔はしない。もとより私の役割は聖杯の持ち主を見極めることだ。
Interesting.
ここまで残ったお前たちには十分すぎるほど資格がある。故に望むのならば
What the fuck?
今
ここに聖杯があるというのか、貴様は。
あるとも。聖杯はどこにでもある。
Holy Grail exists everywhere.
聖杯とはもとより形のない器だ。いつどこで何に呼び出すかによって完成度が変わるのだが、呼び出すだけならこの土地にも資格はある。無論サーバントが残り一人にならなければ聖杯は未完成だが、その出来でも大抵の願いは叶えられるだろう。
Interesting. An
そ
incomplete
れで
Holy
満足がい
Grail
かぬのならば、その時こそ最後の殺し合いを始めればよい。
would still be able to apparently grant most wishes.
いや、私としては気乗りがしないが、お前たちが望むのならば付き合おう。決着をつけるのはその時でいいのではないかな、ランサー。
よくはね、そんな回りくどいことをする必要はない。白黒つけるなら今すぐできるだろう。
この状況でか。室内ではお前には不利だろうし、セイバーとて主が気になって戦えまい。
Playing his
これでは
his
お前
desire
にとって
for a
満
proper
足のい
battle.
く戦いとは言えないが。
A battle of heroic spirits. Wow, that's a bit of a dirty way to go about it, Kirei, but it's gonna work. A spitting sound. It seems the man has reluctantly agreed.
いいさ。なら一つ聞かせろ。聖杯ってのは何だ？あれは残り一人にならなければ現れないものじゃなかったのか。俺たちを呼んだ連中は初めからペテンにかけてたってことか。
いや、事実ではある。聖杯はサーバントが残り一人にならなければ現れない。
Interesting.
だが聖杯を下ろす器は別だ。
Okay.
あれは初めから形あるものとして用意され、聖杯召喚の時まで力を流し込まれている。
Huh.
残るサーバントがあと2人だけという状況ならば、すでに聖杯としての力を持ち始めていよう。
Interesting.
そうであろう、セイバー。お前とて前回最後まで残ったサーバントだ。アインツベルンの用意した聖杯がどんなものか、うすうす分かっているのではない
Okay,
か。
going back to Fate, what presumably is Fate Zero.
そう、聖杯は常にここにあり、生贄の地で満つる時を待つ。だが、それは虚しいとは思わないか。何も残り一人になるまで付き合うことはない。お前たちの望みを叶えるだけならば、
Interesting.
今の状態でも可能だろ
This shit is fucked up.
う。ならば、ここで意味のない摂取をすることもあるまい。
Fair enough.
そうですね。確かに貴様の言い分は正しい。だが、だとしたら貴様は何者だ？貴様の目的は聖杯を手に入れることではないのか？
私は選定役だと言っただろう。ふさわしい人間がいるのならば、喜んで聖杯は譲る。
I mean, that is the role you are meant to play. That doesn't mean that you're gonna play it as you were meant to play it.
そのために、まずはお前の言葉を聞きたいのだ、エミやシロ。
Okay. My body moves. My head is grabbed and my body is lifted. It hurts. The wound in my chest opens up. The pain makes my vision go white.
貴様！
案ずるな。ただ返事を聞くだけだ。
What would you wish for, or?
聖杯は求めるものにのみ応える。己のマスターが聖杯にふさわしいかどうか、お前とて興味はあろう。
Interesting.
それは無駄だ。シローは聖杯を欲しがらない。私のマスターは
Damn.
お前のようなゲストではない。
Holy shit, Saber. I mean, that's fair. Kirei is a fucked up piece of shit, but
ああ、この男は初めから
but
そう
does
言
he
っていた。
truly not desire it?
だがそれは本心ではあるまい。あらゆる人間に闇があるよう、 この男にも影はある。
Yep.
例えばそう、10年前のあの日、この少年は本当に何も恨まなかったのか。
Interesting. Hold on. What's he saying? The fire 10 years ago has nothing to do with this. This is meaningless. Nothing should come out of it.
その傷を切開する。さあ、懺悔の時だ。エミやシロ。
What the fuck is happening right now? My back arches. My mind reverses like electricity is running through it. In place of my fading mind, a red vision appears. Stop. 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 There's no meaning in this. No one will be saved if I remember this now. Everybody died. Everyone was dead. I was the only one wandering through the fire. The houses had burned down with burned up corpses under them, and sounds of crying came from all around. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I walked alone. I sought help and I wanted someone to save me, so I kept walking, not looking to the side. This is such a cool shot, by the way. I know we've seen it a bunch of times at this point, but it never gets old. This is so cool. Stop. All the while, how could I think that no one was asking for help from me when I could still move? Stop. Help, 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 help! Yeah, I noticed. There's no way I couldn't have noticed. I walked through it all, I assume. I ignored the voices sobbing in pain. I ignored the voices going mad trying to escape. I ignored the screams of those not wanting to die. I ignored the pleas of mothers not wanting me to take their children. I even ignored the dying eyes that could not ask for help. I kept walking, only seeking help for myself, and that's why he's the way he is now. Wait. I was tired of looking at corpses. I was already tired of seeing people die in pain. I thought I couldn't save them. I thought they would die no matter what I did, and that's why he has a complex about how he feels like Kiritsugu saved him. That's why I never stopped. Stop. Give it back, give it back, give it back, give it back. I thought I had to live even a second longer because I had to go that far. There were people who died without being able to do anything. As long as I could do something, I thought I had to live. Stop. But my heart was almost crushed. I held back my tears and walked on in search of an escape. It was hard to live on while ignoring the pleas for help. I knew it would be easier if I apologized, so I never apologized. I believed that would be my only sincerity, as I could not do anything. Stop. Yikes. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. And as I wished, I alone was saved. The only ones at the hospital were children unfortunate enough to be in areas near where the fire occurred. I didn't want to know about it, but the man in the white coat told me. In that area, I was the only survivor. Stop already. I saw people dying in pain. His wish was granted, right? The Holy Grail gave him what he wanted. I saw just as many sad people. He's always been worthy of the Holy Grail. Because the Holy Grail already granted him a wish 10 years ago, didn't it? Because there was a funeral for all those who died in a big building. Every kind of sadness and affection for those that died. I thought that... Just stop. Hey! I had to remember every single bit of it. It's only natural. That many people wanted to be helped, and not one of them had their wish granted. So, since my wish was granted, I thought it was only natural for me to take on their deaths. No. I could not hold my head up unless I thought so. No more. He's getting tortured by this. Give it back, give it back, give it back, give it back. That's why I frantically chased after Kiritsugu. For those I couldn't save, and for the things I couldn't do, I admired a superhero who could save someone. What was me crumbled away as I ignored the pleas for help. I kept moving forward with an empty mind. No more. Please, 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 please. The people I didn't save taught me that I had to go on. What was lost within all that? I just thought about going forward in place of all the people that died. I couldn't think of anything else. I sealed any memories before that so I would never think about them. It really is horrifying, but it makes sense, right? We've been building up this character this whole time, and really everything about Shiro's character all boils down to that fire 10 years ago. It's always been about that. And everything stems from that moment, and that's how he became who he is, for better and in many ways for worse. Oops. People kinder than anyone else. Memories of those who were my parents, so as not to recall them and go back. I sealed them tight, thinking I was already dead. Don't open it. It's not painful. Emiya Shiro was happy being adopted by Emiya Kiritsugu. So?
それを間違いだと思ったことが一度もなかったというのかね。
Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, don't open that! Pain. The pain in my chest pulls me back to reality. Snap back to reality. Oh, the ghost gravity. No, I'm just kidding. My nausea doesn't stop. My limbs are numb and my head is burning. My breathing is ragged. Return it, return it, return it, return it. Their voices are echoing in my head. I throw up blood. Is it because my body is dying? Or because I cannot endure those voices? It's weird because he's literally and figuratively being killed by the weight of his own sins. Whether it's even viable and true to refer to them as sins, he has held the guilt of those sins deep within his soul for the last decade. So, regardless of whether one might even see a kid choosing himself over those around him as a sin, it has weighed on him and has affected every decision he's made in his entire life since. My chest hurts. My chest hurts. My chest hurts. I can't plug it even if I try. What hurts is the pain inside. It will keep hurting as long as the memory is there, and it will never heal. Is it an illusion? I see a figure that should not be here. It's not an illusion. So, I have to bear this. I can't think about wanting to die. If she is here, even in illusion, I have to act like I'm alright.
深い傷だ。これでは癒されぬままでは苦しかろう。エミヤシロ。お前はそのままで一生を終えるべきではない。
Damn. I hear the priest's voice. The voice is totally unlike him, filled with compassion.
お前は聖杯などいらぬと言ったな。
He did say that.
だがどうだ。仮に10年前の出来事をやり直せるとしたら、お前は聖杯を欲するのではないか。
Holy shit. That is so wild because that is like basically literally playing into what Saber's wanted from the Holy Grail this whole time too, in a sense.
あの出来事で失われたもの、すべてを救うのだ。
Yep.
あの事故をなくし、エミやキリツグなどに関わらず、本来の自分に戻れる。
Jesus Christ.
それこそが、お前自身を救う唯一の方法ではないのか。
Oh, that's so interesting. The idea of saving your soul, that regardless of And it's interesting coming from a priest, even if this motherfucker is a lot more than that, but it is so interesting that a quote-unquote priest is giving this speech to Shiro. It's so interesting because in the end, a lot of ways it mirrors what Saber wants, right? It's being your true, who you were meant to be, fulfilling your destiny, finding your salvation through. In Saber's case, it's being the king that she was meant to be, regardless of whether that's what she wanted. And in the case of Shiro, it's to truly be the hero that he always felt like he was meant to be. And to truly be that hero, he would have to save people that are already gone. And the only way you could possibly do that is with the power of the Holy Grail. Redo the incident 10 years ago? Redo myself who survived by not saving anyone? No. More than that, if I could make that incident as if it never happened so that no one would be hurt. But you never meet Saber. I shake my head. I reject that vision with my burning head. I spit at my own weakness because it hurts. I hear their voices. My fingers feel the wet floor. Help. They all want to go back to that day. Yeah. I wanted that too, though it can't have been as bad as you guys. Even after Kiritsugu adopted me, I went to the burned field often to look at the scenery. I went to the place where nothing remained, opened the door that didn't exist, walked through the hallway that didn't exist, and smiled at my mother, who wasn't there anymore. Holy fucking shit, that's metal as hell. I wanted to return to the days before it happened. I awaited the day when I would wake from this bad dream. That didn't happen, and I accepted reality. But if I could obtain a world where it didn't happen, and where nobody got hurt, that would certainly be... It's not what you want, and it's not worth it, Shiro.
さあ、答えよ。お前が望むのならば、聖杯を与えよう。
Don't make this mistake, Shiro. The priest with the Holy Grail says so. Don't do it, Shiro. If I wish, these voices will go away. Orphans like me. If fate had taken a slight turn, I would be there as well. So I don't even need to think about this. I don't need to think about it. So why?
いらない。そんなことは望めない。
You're the fucking goat, man. I stare straight at the dead corpses, and I reject them. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Okay, Shinji. I know Shinji's a character in this game, but I'm not talking about that Shinji. That is my answer. Holy shit. Their faces. I don't know which face is more terrifying. Just Saber's just pure shock or fucking Kirei, like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter what the Holy Grail is. I can't wish to regenerate the dead, nor to change the past.
そうだ。やり直しなんか。
Yes! And listen to this new ass theme. They're busting out the new theme. You can't redo the past. The dead won't come back. What's done cannot be redone. I can't wish for such a thing. I'm right there with you. I'm saying it with you, Shiro. My cheeks are hot. Every time I say such a miracle is impossible, tears pour out from vexation. I wonder why miracles, wishing for such normal happiness, are too much for people.
それを可能とするのが聖杯だ。
No.
万物すべて君の望むままとなる。
Trying to rewrite reality is just running away from reality, and running away from reality is the worst mistake you can ever make in your life. The priest says so, but I can't agree. Even if I could redo the past, I must not take back what has already happened. Because if I do that, everything would be a lie. It would never truly be reality. It's no different from running away into a fantasy land of fiction. You have one life. You can't take back what you've done. All you can do is make sure that the rest of it is better. All you could do is keep moving forward. Never forgetting the past. Accepting the past as reality. And striving to make the rest of your reality a better one. Those tears, oh, I'm right there with you, man. Those pains, those memories, that cold reality that hurts my heart, all of it, it's because it's reality. In the end, you can make the perfect fiction, the perfect fantasy, but that's not living. Reality is cold, it's cruel, it's painful, it's beautiful, it's amazing and terrible and all, but it's real, and that's what makes it worth living. There were people who died in pain. There were people who risked their lives to save others. There were people who mourned for the deaths. But then, if everything were taken back, and it did not happen, where would all of those go? The dead people would not come back. Reality cannot be overturned. To continue on remembering the pain and the weight, isn't that how lost things remain? Because nothing's ever truly lost as long as it's remembered. People will eventually die. Death itself is sad, but pain shouldn't be the only thing that remains. A death is painful, but it also leaves behind bright memories. As I am bound by these people's deaths, as I am protected by my memories of Kiritsugu, I believe memories become constraints, and change the people living now. Even if they are memories that will eventually be forgotten, this path, I don't believe it's the wrong one.
そうか。つまり、お前は。
I reject the Holy Grail.
聖杯なんていらない。
Yep!
俺は置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない。
Because that would be tantamount to a betrayal of who you are. You would no longer be Emiya Shiro. You would just be a liar, a fake, living in a false reality. I declare so within my pain. I control the pain and my fading consciousness and manage to stay up on my knees. Then, I finally realize I can't hear the voices. He's accepted reality. Holy shit. The voices aren't echoing anymore. I don't know how they took my answer, but it is sad that they closed their eyes without a single grudge. So good. That is the answer her master arrived at. The answer she bore until just a moment ago the anger she bore until just a moment ago has disappeared. She is at a loss for words, staring at her master.
その道が今までの自分が間違ってなかったって信じている。
It's not the wrong one. With his bloody body, with his ragged breath, controlling his tears.
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも 自分を曲げることなんてできない。
He has apologized to everything he has stepped on, but he still declares that he will not change his path. Her vision wavers. She cannot breathe right either. She knew of his past. As Emiya Shiro has seen Saber's past, she has also seen his. That is why she thought he would nod. No. She thought he had to nod. She wanted to say that it was not his fault. If he could hear, she wanted to say that it is not something Emiya Shiro should be burdened with. But still, he denied it. No matter how painful the past, one cannot redo it. She almost collapses. Those words are too heavy for her. Making an oath and devoting everything you have to its accomplishment. She had felt that their ways were similar, but that was just conceit. Only she thought they were similar. They could not be similar, because she knows that she never had the strength that he had. His mind is strong, and she, only able to deny his words, was wrong.
自らの救いではなく、自らの願いを取ったか。
I choose reality over fiction. The priest lets go of the boy. He looks down at him in annoyance and walks past him, as if he's lost all interest in him.
ではお前はどうだ、セイバー。小僧は聖杯などいらぬという。だがお前は違うのではないか。お前の目的は聖杯による世界の救済だ。よもや英霊であるお前まで小僧のようにエゴはかざすまい。
That kid is egotistical enough to choose reality. Like many great protagonists before and after him, several that for some reason often tend to pilot mechs because anime, but like several great protagonists before and after him, like a prince, like a young boy becoming a legend, he's made the choice that he needs to make. Her heart is shaken by his question. The priest says he will give the Holy Grail. He will give her the Holy Grail if she has a goal and a wish she wants granted.
それは
Come on, Saber. Show the strength that your master has shown here today. There is no reason to refuse. She fought for that alone. She became his servant for that reason alone. So, what Shiro said does not matter to her. To obtain the Holy Grail, Saber...
では交換条件だ。セイバー、斧が目的のため、その手で自らのマスターを殺せ。その暁には聖杯を与えよう。
She would do anything. It is an unexpected proposal. She cannot understand it. It's not that she cannot understand his words, but such a choice has never existed for her.
どうした？迷うことはあるまい。今の小僧ならば、死んだということにも気がつかないうちに殺せるぞ。
And you're blind if you think she ever would, Kirei. In this moment, after seeing what this kid, the strength, the heroic spirit that she just witnessed, I have faith in Saber. I believe in her. Unlike you, who clearly doesn't believe in anyone. You thought you did. You thought you believed in the guilt of one's heart, the darkness within. But humanity can surprise you. Humanity is stronger than you think. And you might not see it as strength. You see it as ego instead of salvation. But you couldn't be further from the truth.
第一、もはや助からない命だ。ここでお前が引導を渡してやるのも情けではないかな。
The priest steps aside. Before her is the door leading to the underground cemetery and a collapsed figure. Come on, Saber. She walks as if drawn to it. She walks past the priest and enters the damp room. This room is hell. He writhed in this place as he was shown his dark side, and yet he declined the priest's offer. She places her hands on her sword. At her feet is her master, breathing painfully. The end of a long journey. The Holy Grail she desired at the cost of her life. It will be granted just by swinging her sword down. After all, a master and the servant cooperate only until they obtain the Holy Grail. Even if it ends here.
どうした？何をためらう？聖杯と引き換えなのだぞ。交換条件としては破格だと思うのだが。
It's the worst deal with the devil you'll ever be offered, Saber. The priest's words are true. It is strange to hesitate now. But still,
その道が今までの自分が
I'll do you one
間
better.
違ってなかったって信じている。
It's the right path, Shiro. Those words will not leave her.
私は
You're the one who pulled the sword out of the stone. The fated king. You of all people know that your journey has never been the wrong one. It is vexing, but she isn't like Shiro. She wants to redo everything. On that day, there was someone better suited to become king. Someone else to pull out the sword. But you pulled out that sword. You became King Arthur. You lived that life. You died that life. You became Saber. You lived that life. And you became Saber once more. And here you are in the moment. You want to throw that life away? Just because you think you failed? That's weakness. You're not weak, Saber. That person must have been able to build a more peaceful country. That is her heart that holds her country dear. That is the doubt of the girl Arturia before she became a king. That mind, the mind she left behind on the day she drew the sword. Why did she not realize it before?
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることは
It would mean nothing. Everything you did would mean nothing. That is her heart that holds her country dear. It is the mind of a girl before she became a king. But it is not the heart of the king. The only one the king believed in was herself. To deny that would be to deny everything she has taken away. Things lost will never return. Her master continued to appeal in his pain. His figure hurts her so much. What did she tell him? That she could not start a new life? She continued to refuse him, saying that she had a duty as the king. What duty is that? To resurrect the destroyed country? To choose a more appropriate king? Or does she only wish to make that destruction never have happened? Sound familiar, Arturia?
それは違う。
That is wrong. Yes, that is wrong. She was raised and lived as a king. There was no mistake. So, if the result was ruin, why could she not accept it? There are no regrets. If one can be proud of one's life, one should not wish for another chance.
そういうことなのですね。シロ。
Let's fucking go! Shiro's lamentations pierce her heart in a way that even Gaybolg never could. He said that the tears would go away, that the pain would go away, that the heaviness in her heart would go away as well. That is salvation by elimination. But if everything were made to never have happened, what would happen to all the things taken away? She has taken away many things and killed many. To bear the pain and regret it is the requiem. The requiem of her fate. So if she wishes for another chance, it should be from this moment on and not from the past. If there is something she could not do, she should not go back to the past to accomplish it, but rather, she must start to establish the wishes that never came true from this moment on. But she is no longer a king, as she has lost her country, so her wish should be for herself, as he says. No. That is not something that should be wished for. It was her decision to become king. It was never painful for her. Even if no one understood or accepted her, she believes that what she desired was something she could be proud of. At the least, the girl pulled the sword out, believing so. That is the answer. Just like him, that is the only answer she can be proud of. Oh my god. Fucking hell. I'm having a fucking, like... I'm having, like, an end of Ava, end of Code Geass type experience right here. And I'm not saying that the next two arcs can't be better, the next two routes, but, like... I don't even know if this is even necessarily, like, we're not even quite at the ending. But this is my favorite moment of the series. My favorite Fate moment. Without a shadow of a doubt so far. And this is going to be so fucking hard to top. She remembers the oath that she made a long time ago. Something she has kept to herself. She decided to fight. Even if it meant losing everything and fighting everything.
私が愚かだった。
You always were. But that doesn't matter. As long as you notice it before it's too late. The oath of the king to fight, even in that condition. The king protected the country, but the country did not protect the king. That is all. The result was cruel. But if there was nothing to be ashamed of in the process,
求める必要などなかった。
there was no need to seek it. She swore to accomplish her duties as king. Even if the result was her destruction, she fulfilled that oath until the very end. So, she does not need anything else. Yes, she did not want everything. From the beginning, there was only one thing she wanted. She lost many things to obtain it, but there was something she protected until the very end. With that in mind, let her end the dream that was never granted.
聖杯は欲しい。けれど、 シロは殺せない。
Pointing her sword at her enemy, she says so from the bottom of her heart.
なんだと。
わからぬかゲロー。そのようなものより私はシロが欲しいと言ったのだ。
Fuck you, bitch! Holy shit! This is just so good because for you to get me this, like, invested into wanting to see a villain die, for one, like, holy fuck, like, I want Saber to fucking murder this fuck. But also, like, right now, like, I am so behind Saber and Shiro right now, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, this is everything. Like, this is at the core. This is quite literally the most important lesson you can ever learn. And anytime a series does this lesson and does it right, oh fuck, there's few things that can make me emotional quite like this. That's why her role is already determined. To be his sword and shield, it's her fate. And so she cannot hesitate any longer.
聖杯はいらぬというのか、セイバー。
聖杯が私を汚すものならばいらない。私が欲しかったものはもうすべて揃っていたのだから。
It's nice to see you've realized that, Arturia. Yes, everything was there. Her pride as a knight and her oath as the king. Even the dream the girl Arturia wished for. Unbe-fucking-lievable. I can't believe I'm doing this again. I feel really bad about it. But this, I don't know how much longer I can go. And I promise that I'll be back very soon with more Fate. You guys won't have to wait however long it was. But this is just too much. It really is just too much for me. I'm not ending it right now, but I don't know if I could finish this scene. I don't think it's gonna finish fast enough. I certainly heard those words. The confession of the girl who wished for the Holy Grail. She confessed that she no longer needs such a thing. Controlling my ragged breath, I call her name. Even though I can't see her, I can tell she's nearby. The pain is subsiding. I don't know if it's because she's near me, but the wound is starting to heal up.
立てますか、シロ。動けるのなら私の手に触れてください。
What a beast. I take her hand. My vision recovers. Energy starts to flow into my weak body.
Saber.
Jesus Christ, he's healing at like fucking insane rate right now.
はい。いかにゲイボルクの呪いといえど、今のシロには通じません。私のそばにいてくれれば、じき感知するでしょう。
What the fuck?
それより、今。
Saber turns to look toward the underground temple. Beyond the door, at the exit of this room, stands the last master, Kotomine Kire, and Lancer.
そうか。
He observes us as if seeing us for the first time.
お前たちはつまらない。
You really are the fucking villain. Holy shit. You really are the fucking villain all along. Holy mother... It takes a lot. It takes a lot to get me, but they have fucking got me. They've got me worked up. And Kotomine, oh my god, this guy... This guy's great. I fucking hate him so much. Holy shit. He spits this out in a motionless voice. To think that you weren't moved by that. Motherfucker. Ugh, it no longer interests me.
これではやはり聖杯は私が預かるしかない。
Ugh.
だがそうなると少々手荒い話になる。
I'm sure.
私の望みを叶えるのであれば聖杯は完全でなければならない。エミやシロ。
Huh.
悪いがお前たちにはここで死んでもらわなくてはならなくなった。
What the fuck do you want? I don't even want to think about what he would want. I try to stand ready, but my body still won't move. I could barely stand by taking Saber's hand. I can't fight like this, and more than anything, I'll be a burden on Saber.
その心配は無用です、シロ。あなたはここにいてください。あのマスターとランサーは私一人で十分
I
で
mean,
す。
Saber is a beast. Lancer's really good, though, and I don't know what Kirei has up his sleeves.
ほう、それは大きく出たな。これは逃げた方が賢明かな、ランサー。
Lancer doesn't respond. First of all, Kotomine doesn't sound like he's in danger. He's just saying he's scared of us.
コトミネと言いましたね。倒す前に聞いておきましょう。あなたの目的は何なのです。聖杯の選定役である身で何を望むというのですか。
I'm so curious. It's probably...
さて、言ってしまえば娯楽のためだが、それほど急を要しているわけではなくてね。
very vague.
実を言うとな、セイバー。私も聖杯にはそう関心はないのだ。ただあれは私の趣味に合っている。私以外にふさわしい持ち主がいないのであれば、もらい受けてやるのが世のためだろう。
That's such a, like, interesting answer. I don't really care about it, but if no one else is gonna take it, I'll bear the cross of having unlimited power.
ザレ事をマスターを殺し自らマスターになった男が何を。貴様は初めから聖杯を手にするつもりだったはずだ。
I don't necessarily think he's lying, though, to be honest.
なに、ただの拾い物だよ。ランサーのマスターを始末したのは外からの魔術師は何かと厄介だったからだ。聖杯がああいうものなのだと外部には知られたくないのでね。早めに退場してもらったのだが、せっかくのサーバントを消してしまうのもうまくない。
Yeah, it was awkward with the magic association and all that.
円滑に殺し合いを進めさせる手駒が入りようだったこともあり、少しばかりランサーのマスター権を拝借しただけだが。
Interesting. Then Kotomine became a master by killing Lancer's master? Yeah. You gotta catch up to with the program here. Shiro.
そうか。貴様が何者であるかはもう聞かな
He
い。
definitely seems like an interesting fellow in his own right.
だが選定役として責務を果たしてもらうぞ。今回の器、魂の杯はどこにある。
何？まさか知らずにかくまっていたというのか。
Ilya? Shiro? He gasps in surprise, but only for an instant. After looking us over with pleasure, he snaps his finger to bring in the last character. Ilya? What the fuck is about to happen? The two tense up. Hard footsteps descend from above. I can't...
さて、お前たちには不要だろうが、紹介ぐらいはしておこう。彼はアーチャーのサーバット。前回の聖杯戦争で私のパートナーだった英霊だよ。
Yeah, Gilgamesh, the Golden Knight appears. It is Gilgamesh, the king of heroes. Holy fuck, this is insane. Like, what the fuck is even gonna happen? I don't even know. Like, this is just gonna keep going. This feels like the final night. Like, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But it feels like next episode is going to be the last episode of the Fate route. I imagined we were a little further away from the end, but fuck me, it feels like the end of the Fate route. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can tell there's not going to be a good stopping point. But Gilgamesh has arrived on the scene. And we'll see what the fuck is going on with him. This was unbelievable. I thought the choice that Shiro made and then the choice that Saber made was my favorite part of this game. Again, I don't doubt that UBW and Heaven's Feel will probably be even better than this route, which I think this route's been fantastic. But I don't doubt that this even is the weakest route, but I do imagine it's going to be very hard for any moment in any of the 3 routes to top the stuff that we got in this episode. Now, like I said, I'm just gonna fucking cut the shit. I'm just gonna cut all that fucking shit that was in this episode because honestly, it was not worth it. I had very little to say. It was pretty boring, and you guys have gotten the novelty of me reacting to one of those scenes earlier in the Let's Play, so I think I'm tapping out, and I think I'm just sticking with the actual Real Tenua stuff for that, because I just don't think I can deal with that at this anymore. It's just too much for me. It's so cringe. It's not the sex. I don't care about the sex. It's just, oh god, it's so cringe. But this episode was absolutely fantastic. It was incredible. There's not much else to say. This was just fantastic. It was the best. I mean, this was just... This is... It's amazing to even think about the fact that we're in the first round. Like, it just blows my mind to think we're still in the first third of this game. Like, that is just stupid to me. It is unreal to think that we still have that this is the first of 3 routes. It blows me away. And I know for a fact that I'm gonna need the break from this series, and subsequently the second break from this series after I finish Unlimited Blade Works. So, it's gonna be wild when we finish it. It feels like we're really close to the end. It's probably not gonna get finished next episode, but it does feel like we are really close to the end of this. And I don't know how many more episodes we have left of the Fate route, but the end must be near. That was some endgame type stuff. That was truly an endgame moment with Shiro and Saber. And I mean, we're down to the like, it's literally just Kotomine and Shiro. And it's fucking Golden Boy, Lancer, and Saber. Like, it is fucking endgamey shit. They're literally everyone left in the Holy Grail War. All 5 of them are in one place. Like, this is it. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I don't know where this is gonna go, but we have absolutely reached the climax, and it's gonna be insane. And I can say confidently now that I am a fan of Shiro. It's very similar. It Shinji Ikari vibes all the way, where, you know, that he has a defining moment at the end that makes the character journey feel vindicated, and I feel so similarly about Shinji Ikari that I do about Emi Shiro. This was everything for me. I can officially say that I really like Shiro as a protagonist because everything about his character was building up to that moment, and in that moment, he was the fucking GOAT. And in that moment, he made Saber, made King Arthur a better person. And it was just absolutely beautiful. I think it was one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a visual novel. It was just absolutely unreal. It was so good. The writing of that was just out of this world. It was incredible. It was everything. And I loved it so much. And I can't even imagine how great it's going to be to hopefully fuck Kirei up. I mean, we'll see how it happens, how it goes, but that was my favorite moment of Fate's Stay Night so far. And like I said, I think that's going to be very hard to top in the remainder of this route as well as the other two routes. I think it's going to take something incredible to top that. And maybe it will find a way, but I imagine that's going to be very, very hard to do. But whatever the case may be, I absolutely love it. I love everything that we did here. I thought this was a fantastic episode, and I apologize for it. I mean, honestly, I think it still ended up going pretty long. I think even with what I'm going to have to cut out, I think this part's going to be maybe a little under, probably a little under, but either, yeah, a little under or a little over 3 hours, because I think I recorded about 3.5 hours, and I think about half hour of that I'm going to have to cut, because it was just the dumb fucking sex scene that I said basically nothing of interest in. So anyways, whatever the case may be, though, I had a blast. I am so glad to get back into Fate. I love this game, and I know it's been a while since we've had the last episode, but don't worry, I am pretty committed to try and make sure that we are consistent every Friday until we finish the game. At the worst, this will come out on Saturday. This should come out on Friday, but it does take forever to render. And I did record this on Thursday morning. It's now 11 a.m. on Thursday, so should come out in 25 hours from now. But if I do have issues with it rendering, then maybe Saturday. But it's ready. It should be ready to go by Friday, hopefully. But whatever the case may be, I had an absolute blast, and I hope you guys did as well. This was a fucking unbelievable part to get back into this as we head near the end of the Fate route, and I'm sorry I made you wait for that for so long, but I hope it was worth the wait. I sincerely do. And yeah, I mean, I already said so much, and I think you guys, obviously there was no face cam, but you guys I think heard the emotion in my voice. I'm sure you guys could tell just how much I was feeling what was going on and just how much I was into this. And, yeah, I mean, there really isn't anything else to say, so I'm just going to leave it there. If you guys want to support the channel, my Patreon's down below in the description. My Discord server also is, if you want to check that out. But anyways, without any further ado, it's time for me to bid you adieu. The Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace!